Hey YouTube folks, this is Steve from the Stock Market Shark. Today I'm bringing you some very important updates related to cryptocurrencies and Bitcoin. Probably some of you don't know it yet, but Mastercard has made a huge announcement last week. They are planning to support crypto payments in their global payment network. So we are going to demystify this announcement in a couple of seconds, and we are going to analyze what kind of impact it might have on the cryptocurrency market and on the price of Bitcoin in general. Please make sure, guys, that you hit the subscribe button before we start. This will provide a great support to my channel. It just takes a second for you guys, but it makes a huge difference for me. So let's get started. Alright guys, so let's dive into the details of this announcement and let's see if this can be the tipping point when cryptos become mainstream. Can this announcement have a significant impact on the market and on the price of Bitcoin? So what you can see on the screen is the official announcement of Mastercard. It was published on the 25th of October. The headline says Mastercard and Bakkt partner to offer innovative crypto and loyalty solutions. And the briefing says the following: Mastercard customers can now enable consumers to buy, sell, and hold cryptocurrency, deliver unique crypto-centric loyalty opportunities, and streamline the issuance of branded crypto debit and credit cards. So just to expand a little bit on the legs of the announcement. So as you can see from the briefing, the announcement includes multiple capabilities. The first one is the capability to purchase goods using cryptocurrencies. And yes, you heard it right. Finally, the time might have come when you can pay for your morning cup of coffee with Bitcoin. The second leg is the entry into the loyalty and rewards space with cryptocurrencies as a payment solution. This can be quite important because I think that in the loyalty space, cryptos wouldn't really have an innovative, strong competitor. So it would mean a huge potential for cryptocurrencies and digital assets in general. Basically, what this capability would mean is that the customers can convert loyalty points into cryptocurrencies and can aggregate them on one central platform, and they could flexibly spend the cryptocurrencies on various types of goods. So I think this would be a revolutionary announcement, basically in the terms that old school loyalty solutions don't really live up to the expectations. Probably a lot of you have struggled with keeping dozens of plastic cards in your wallets and always missing that one that you would need for the next purchase. Customers were not really able to aggregate loyalty points, so most of the time they didn't really make a difference. But from now onwards, customers would be able, for instance, to collect miles from an airplane company and basically spend them on coffee in Starbucks, for instance. So this is just an example, but this is how it would work. And the third leg of the announcement is the capability to send gift cards to family and friends in cryptocurrencies. So after looking at the announcement, let's try to understand the type of impact that it might have on the crypto market. Can it eventually move or impact the price of Bitcoin in a significant manner? To answer these questions and to see whether we are at the tipping point when Bitcoin can go mainstream, and to understand if this is the last chance for you guys to get on the crypto train, I put together some statistics. These statistics are based on the research from Fundera.com, and they include different types of data related to the number of merchants who accept different payment options, the number of transactions per day, and daily volumes. So let's look into them. In the US, only 2,300 merchants accept Bitcoin currently. This number is 10,600,000 for Mastercard. You see the difference: 4,600 times more merchants accept Mastercard as a form of payment than Bitcoin. So the difference is just huge. The worldwide numbers For Bitcoin, 15,000 merchants accept Bitcoin as a form of payment, and 48 million merchants accept Mastercard as a form of payment. So the difference is 3,200 times more for Mastercard. In terms of the number of transactions per day, only 328,000 transactions take place each day in Bitcoin, and this number is a staggering 370 million for Mastercard. The average credit card transaction volume is 75 USDs. Almost 1 billion transactions take place with credit cards each day. Mastercard's market share is 37%. So basically, given this data, we can calculate the Mastercard daily transaction volume by multiplying the market share with the number of credit card transactions per day and multiplying that with the average credit card transaction volume. And that would give us 28 billion USD as Mastercard's daily transaction volume. Bitcoin daily trading volume is 24 billion USD. So the two numbers are relatively close to each other. This trading volume for Bitcoin was taken from the last trading day. Of course, there is some degree of variability in that, but this is just an indicative number, and I think that we can use it for the analysis. Okay, and let's do like a scenario analysis. I've outlined 4 scenarios here. The first one supposes that 1% of the Mastercard transactions would take place in crypto. The second one takes a number of 5%, the third one 10%, and the fourth one 30%. And let's examine what would happen in each of these scenarios. What kind of impact would these scenarios have on the daily Bitcoin trading volumes? So if we suppose that only 1% of the total Mastercard transactions would take place in crypto, then the change in daily Bitcoin trading volume would be also 1%. So the difference is negligible, I would say. Let's move on to the second scenario. Let's suppose that 5% of the total Mastercard transactions take place in crypto. In this case, the impact on the daily Bitcoin trading volumes would be 6%. In the 10% scenario, meaning that 10% of the total Mastercard transactions take place in crypto, the change in the daily Bitcoin trading volumes would be 12%, and in the 30% scenario, it would be 35%. Alright guys, so it's time to wrap up this video. So we've got the data from our analysis, and let's draw the conclusion. Let's try to answer our initial question, whether this is the last moment, this is the last second when you can still get on the crypto train. So the answer to this question really depends on how many percent would the crypto transactions take up from the total of Mastercard transactions. My guess would be that it's going to be a small percent on the short or the midterm. I have 2 main reasons behind that. The first one is that backed holding would take 2% of each transaction as a fee, and this is just too high. This is just not competitive and would make this payment method to be used only for minor transactions. And the other reason, and probably this is the most important one, is that the central bank digital currencies are coming. The European Central Bank has just announced a digital currency project for the next 5 years. They are going to develop a brand new digital currency from scratch in 2 years and test it then in the following 3 years. So I think that this is the biggest reason why Bitcoin won't become mainstream as a payment method. Basically, central banks wouldn't let the monetary policy possibility to slip out of their hands. Probably this is not the last chance to get on the train, but you should get on the train following a potential price correction, because Bitcoin would be used as a store of value and a very important hedge against the inflation, and is going to support the price to go upwards. So this was it, guys. It was Steve from the Stock Market Shark and Pitsur, the stock market expert and crypto expert Dogo. Please hit the subscribe button, please hit the thumbs up, please leave your comments below to support my channel, and I promise I will be back soon with some very interesting news, some essential analysis and some hot coverage about the capital markets, investments and cryptos. Take care and see you soon. Bye.